From truthful newspaper to intense rivalry and the collapse of the universe itself? Damn, getting a bit heavy there. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works, the series where I look at doujin works I or you guys have suggested throughout the week. So without further ado, let's begin the Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works number 22. Number 5. Now when it comes to the doujin works I review, I tried to go for the shorter ones as it makes my job easier. Doesn't mean I don't try long ones as I've done so in the past. But this next one has to take the cake. Hanging there, Kogasa-san, created by Mizuki Hitoshi, suggested by Three-Legged Crow Team Yaragaratsu. Wanna make that name even longer, buddy? Anyway, it's a doujin work that focuses on Kogasa in a more of a slice of lifestyle. The setting is a little different as it self-inserts of the artist and his friends. The artist is Kogasa and his wife is Sanae. This is more comedic-centric. If you want a good laugh, you can't go wrong with this. Regarding the length, there's about 121 pages on Danburo. Yeah, that's a fucking lot. And each page can contain 20 strips. So multiply that and it'll equal a shit ton of reading. I'm not going to pretend to say I even read a quarter of it, but I have read about the first 20 to 30 pages, and I can safely say if you have the time, then you won't regret reading it. Let's see how long it'll take for me to handle this. Number 4. So this next work caught my eye based on its name and author. Dragon Killer, created by Zunos, suggested by Zephyr Zero. Given it's a Zunos work, I'm going to be sitting for one hell of a ride. It starts off with Chen and she notices a bunch of cats aren't feeling so well. The thing is, they're not sick. We switch to Mei Ling in Sakya and Sakya mentions that a bunch of fishes have been washed up ashore. We then cut to a human village and there, Mei Ling, Kazin, and Ran meet up. The hermit and Kitsune discuss on what the issue has been going on and why it's affecting animals who are sensitive to spiritual energy. Down the line, we meet up with this bad boy. Not something I want to mess with. From there, Kazin and Ran fights it, but there's much more to this dragon than meets the eye. Given it's a Zunos work, the usual warning should be mentioned. It will have gore, so if you don't like that, then you can skip it. Let's just say if you have dragon problems, calling this gatekeeper couldn't hurt. Number 3. When it comes to newspaper in Tensokyo, one person you'll probably think of right off the bat would be Aya. While newspapers are meant to be truthful and accurate as possible, some people kind of forget that and just go ham with the writing on whatever they want. So let's see what happens when Aya takes this truth business very seriously. The Store Owner and the Tengu, created by Bokucho, suggested by Chris Haddock. This is a story that mainly focuses on the past involving Aya and Ryunosuke. Aya comes to Ryunosuke's place because she wanted his opinion on her article. Ryunosuke explains that her newspaper is full of many lies and false information. Aya claims that hers is different and that she's trying to provide the readers the most truthful and legit newspaper. From there, the two review her work and try to improve it. Aya then tells Ryunosuke that she's going to enter the newspaper competition and says that she'll win now thanks to his advice. I enjoyed this story as it shows a nice relationship between Ryunosuke and Aya and the idea of wanting to improve on their own work. I can relate to that. Number 2. Rivalries. What can I say about it? Not that I recall having one, but I do know that it can be a healthy thing. The motivation of wanting to surpass a person can benefit you as you'll tend to put in your best efforts to succeed. And then there's the opposite spectrum where that rivalry of yours will push you to do whatever it takes to overlap said person, even if it's something you shouldn't do. Please stop, we'll die! Created by Om Chicken, suggested by Shinigami Kenpachi. So, Reimu and Sanae are really going at it against one another. I mean, it gets to the point where both of them die. Well, shit! This is what happens when you have no chill. With their deaths, many come to visit their funeral, and there, Reimu and Sanae's ghosts emerge. After that though, things escalate quickly as it soon becomes an insult war between small and big breasts, with the two dead victims being mostly affected by it. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. If you want some crazy ghost action with Reimu and Sanae with a war between breast size, then yeah, this work is for ya. Number 1. When it comes to immortals, we know fully well that they can't die and they'll live forever. My question is, how will those immortals react when they're the last living being on Earth? The immortal who saw the death of the universe, created by Allison or Allison Airlines, suggested by... yeah, fuck that, I'm just sticking to Jacobson's. It stars Moku, Kaguya, and Eren. It's about 4 billion years into the future. We see Eren chanting something, but Kaguya tells her to stop it as chanting sutras won't lift the immortality. I won't lie, the moment I saw Eren's despair because she drank the Horai elixir hooked me the first time. As Eren is freaking out about it, Moku notices an object heading towards Earth. The object collides and pretty much ends all life on Earth. Well, that's one way to go out if you were still alive somehow. Billions of years later after the event, Moku is wandering the remaining Earth until she is found by Kaguya. They're reunited and catch up with everything that's happened, then soon after, the world goes bye-bye. Just to note, this is a 4-part work with the 4th one still in the works. Regardless though, you can read the first 3 perfectly and you'll enjoy it. Hell, I read the first 2 parts when it came out and I was already satisfied with that. This is an amazing work, as I don't recall a work that really deals with the aftermath of being an immortal involving the 3. My favorite part has to be Eren. Just seeing her despair and regret after all this time is mind-boggling, to be honest. And what she does to try to escape her immortality is another thing in its own right. If you only had one choice of work to read out of all this, this is most definitely the one to go for. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which doujin works are you going to check out later? Would you like to see Mei Ling, Kaizen, and Ran try to face a dragon? Which team are you on, small or big breasts? Or do you want to see more on how the 3 deal with their immortality? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe. Or Reimu and Sanae's ghost might haunt me, and I don't know if I can handle that. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.